Hey seniors, this one is just for you, okay? I'm going to walk you through the last couple things you need to do to be able to check off your high school and beyond plan for graduation. Should be short and sweet, won't take you too long, just follow along carefully, okay? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Alrighty, so you can see here I am logged into my high school and beyond plan, which you know how to do. We've done it a bunch of times so far. The last couple things you're going to need to do are going to be in the Career Planner module. So go ahead and go to Career Planner, click Enter. All right, and come here to the sidebar menu and find the one that says Assemble My Portfolio. This is going to be the easiest way to get to the things that you have left to do. So if you click here, you can see here's your portfolio. We've been here before. The two things that you have left to do are one, your resume, and two, your financial information survey. Okay, so resume first. There's a couple ways to get there. One is right here where you can look at resume, or you can come up here to resumes and go to build resume. Okay, so go ahead and click on build resume. And it's going to walk you through how to fill out this resume step by step by step, okay? So let's go ahead and click first on personal details. Some of it's already going to be in there for you. I'm going to go ahead and double check my name. I like that it's just my middle initial and not my full middle name because that's kind of how I like to do it. I'm going to put my address in here. Perfect. Let's see. State is Washington, zip code 98325. I've got my professional email in here. I'm not going to add a website. I'm not going to add a home phone. I might put my cell phone number in there if I want employers to be able to call me, or scholarship providers. That's the two things that you would probably use this resume for. So that looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one here in personal details. Next is my objective. All right, and this is optional. It is nice to have an objective to start off your resume, but it's not required. This is something that used to be a necessary on resumes, but it's kind of going out of style. So if you would like to put in an objective, you can, but if you want to skip this one, that's okay, you can skip it. The idea though is to just put it right up front. What's the point of this resume? What job are you trying to get? What scholarship are you trying to qualify for? Write it directly in here. Keep it simple, keep it professional, okay? Go ahead and close the objective. We're going to go to skills and qualifications. This one you do need to fill out, okay? You can see I've already put mine in here. You want to fill out your skills, and this is according to you. If you need to go back and look at your skills self-assessment, that might be a good source of inspiration. You could also ask family members or friends if you're not sure what to put in here, but be sure to list out your skills. You can see by looking at my example that they don't need to be complete sentences, okay? Think of it as like bullet points and then just put a period after each one so that they stay nice and close. Qualifications is next. These are different than skills. So skills are things that you're good at. Qualifications are things that you've achieved. So if you have any kind of license or anything that you've qualified for, right? So a food services card, a babysitting certificate, things like that you have a piece of paper to back it up, okay? That's going to go under qualifications. Once those are filled out, you're going to go down to work experience next. All right, and now if you've had a job, this shouldn't be too hard. It's going to walk you through it step by step. You can see I've put one job in there already. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to add another one, okay? You click add record and this window pops up. So let's see. I'm going to add a job that I had a few summers ago as a camp counselor. All right, the position is camp counselor. The organization name is Camp Indianola. Let's see, experience type. If I click on that, it's going to give me some options, and I'm going to say this was paid. Okay, and the start date was going to be first the year, I'm going to go back. Mine was 2016 because I'm old. And then it was for the whole summer. So I'm going to say it was June 2016. And then if this is a job that you're still doing, you leave this end date blank. If it's a job that's over, you go ahead and fill it in. All right. And again, it was the same year. So I'm going to go back to 2016. There we go. And then I'm going to choose the month. And I went through September. Right here, you can choose to include this in your resume or not. I'm going to have it in there. And then if you want to add more details down here, you can, but all of this stuff is optional, so you can feel free to leave it blank. Now I'm going to go ahead and click add, and that adds that work experience to my resume. All right, so keep going until you've added every job you've ever had, okay? Whether it was paid, service learning, an internship, anything official. And then we'll go on to our education experience. And for this one, you're not going to have a lot here yet, and that's okay. We're just going to put down your high school information. You can see what this might look like as you get a little older. I've got my 2 degrees in here, but now I'm going to add my high school just so you can see. All right, so I actually graduated from Central Kitsap High School. You'll put Chimacum High School or Chimacum Junior Senior High. Program is optional, so you can leave that blank. Start date is going to be your freshman year, right? So let's see, what year was I a freshman? Oh my goodness, I graduated in 2006, so 2002. So I'm going to say September 2002. And then the end date, if you've already graduated, you'll put the end date. If you're a senior, you'll just leave this blank because you're still enrolled in high school, and that's okay. So I'm going to put June 2006. All right, so now I've got my dates in there, and then this certificate or degree obtained. Even if you haven't graduated yet, go ahead and fill this out. You're just going to write high school diploma. And then come up here to this blue box that says add, and you can add it, and you can see it pops up right there. Okay, so now we've got our education in there. Next is volunteering experience. This is going to go in almost the same as any work experience you have. So this is for anything that's less official than a job, but you still think that it would look good on your resume. Go ahead and put it in here. All right, and again, you don't need to fill everything out, but you just need to fill out the ones that are required, and then the ones that are optional. If you want to leave them blank, you can leave them blank. Okay. I'm going to close that and we'll keep going. Activities. So this is for anything that you are especially interested in that you think pertains to either the scholarship you're applying for or the job you're applying for. So if you have a hobby that pertains to what you're trying to get into, list that here. Anything that you've got a lot of experience with or that makes you kind of stand out from a crowd, you can put it in here. Okay, and if you click add record, you can see what this looks like. You can put the name of the activity, the type, and then fill out anything else that you think is pertinent or that you think will matter. All right, so let's collapse that, keep going. Honors recognitions. So this is for any kind of honor that you've received. Anything that you have paper for, any certificates you've ever gotten throughout high school or outside of high school, go ahead and put those here. Awards, same thing. Scholarships, if you've received word back on any scholarships already that you have won, go ahead and add them here. And then any other recognitions that didn't fit into honors, awards, or scholarships, go ahead and put them here. So maybe if you were chosen to be a speaker for an event, things like that, go ahead and put them in here. And then lastly, your references. So this is the last one that is going to be required for this assignment. If you open up your references, we're going to go ahead and add a reference. And so preferably this is somebody who might be a teacher, or maybe it's somebody that you've worked for, a previous employer, or it could be a community member who knows you and would be willing to vouch for your character. This should not be a family member. That's kind of the only limitation here, is we do not want it to be a family member, and we want it to be someone who is not a peer or a friend of yours. So you would fill out their name, their job title if that's important. I typically wouldn't give their address unless it's an employer. You could give the work address. What you do want to include is either their email or their cell phone, whichever they've given to you and said, that's okay to share and I will be your reference. Okay, and then once you have all of those things added, your resume is built, okay? All the information is in there. So you can scroll back up to the top and you can click on resumes here again. And you can say, okay, now I want to look at my resume. So print resume. Oh, hold on, I need to save. I think my video is in the way. There we go. Okay, so first you want to find this blue box that says Save Personal Data. Click Save Personal Data, and it says Successfully Managed Record. So now my resume is saved. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to print my resume. Oh, and you can see there's a bunch of different templates that you can use. And this is the cool thing about this program, is that you've input your resume, you've built it out, and now you can pull it back out of the system in a bunch of different formats. So you can look at all of these and figure out which one you think you like the best. And if you hover over it, you can see, okay, you get the download option or the preview option. I'm going to say I want to preview what my resume looks like in template number 1. So I'm going to click on that little magnifying glass. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so it shows me all the information that I just put together in this nice resume format. Okay, that's kind of cool. If I like it, I could hit print and I could save it. I want to go check out a couple other templates. Let's see, I'm just going to go look at this one and I'm going to preview it again. Okay, that's a nice format too. All right, I'm going to check out this one. Oh, that one has some color. That's cool. So you can use these resumes for anything that you want, to apply for scholarships or to apply for jobs. They're all going to be saved in here for you. You don't need to print a resume at this point or download one. I'm going to go in and look at it, and I'll pull it out when I validate that, yes, you've completed your resume. So at this point, as long as you've filled out enough information to cover any employment history, any volunteer history, your skills, your references, enough information that it kind of covers all of your experience, you're good to go and you can check off the resume on your list. And so if you come back here, you'll see, all right, so you've got your educational goal done, your career goal done, resume. If I click on that, yep, that's done. So now the very last thing over here, you're going to go down to the bottom and look at financial information. Oh, nope, that's not actually it. Let's see here. So this financial information is going to give you the overview of the FAFSA and the WASFA, all the things you might need to know when it comes to paying for college or another kind of training or certificate after you graduate from high school. So this is all really good information, and it would be good for you to read through it. But we have gone over this already in classes, and we covered it at our financial aid nights. So what I actually want you to do now is I'm going to show you how to get into your checklist. So give me just a moment here. Okay, so I'm now logged in as a student, so you can see what this is going to look like for you. From your home screen, so either your high school and beyond, or you can go up and click here on your high school and beyond, you're going to see your home screen here. The very first link over here called completion status, go ahead and click on that and you're going to see kind of a checklist for you. And this shows you all the things that are absolutely required. So these are the things that you absolutely have to do in order to meet your graduation requirement for your high school and beyond plan. These are the things that I'm going to be checking for once you tell me that you're done with your high school and beyond plan. So if you look over here, you can see that these are all links, and you can click on these and you can go check and see, did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? And that's what I'm going to do. Once you tell me that you're done with your plan, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on all this and check that you did it. And if it looks good to go, then I'm going to click on this little button and say approved, and this one and say approved. And if there's something missing or I need you to add some more information, I'm going to say request revisions. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. If you go all the way to the bottom, this is the last thing right here, your financial aid reflection. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to this little quiz on financial aid. And so question number 1, what is the FAFSA? Let's see, it is the free application for federal student aid. Okay, and then you click next, and then next, and then next. So what this is a whole bunch of really easy questions all about the financial information right here that I just showed you. Okay, so you want to look over the financial information, and then you want to answer these very basic questions just to show that you really did read it and you know what your financial aid options are. Once you get through and you're all done, when you come back up here, you go back to your home page and you go to your completion status. This is going to have a little mark here saying that it's done. And then you'll know, okay, I've completed everything I need to complete for my high school and beyond plan. And I think that I'm ready to ask my school counselor to check it off for me. So that's where the checklist comes in handy. So the second attachment on this assignment is a high school and beyond plan completion checklist, okay? And that's what this is right here. So you can see kind of a basic overview of high school and beyond. And then it's going to tell you, number 1, log into your profile, click on completion status in the sidebar, and click on each of the following items to double check that they're completed. So when you're logged in, I want you to click through on each link and make sure that each section is filled out. And if it is, you can check it off on this checklist here. And you can see it's going to match exactly what's in your high school and beyond plan. Once that is done, you may send an email to me or to Ms. Fogerson requesting that we review your finalized high school and beyond plan for graduation. That's number 2. And we ask that you wait patiently, please. Hopefully we should be able to get those turned around in a day or 2. But there are a lot of people graduating and these plans are super important. So we really want to give each of you the time and pay attention and look through your high school and beyond plan and make sure that it's something that's going to serve you well. So you're going to want to keep an eye out, that's number 3, for any messages from us. So you might get a message asking for some adjustments or for you to add some additional information. If that's the case, please do it as soon as possible and then just send us an email that you did it. After the back and forth is kind of done and everything's looking good, we will check everything off for you inside High School and Beyond plan, and it will say that your plan is officially approved. And at that point, you're good to go. We will make sure that that's updated on your transcript for you, and it'll be marked as complete. And it's one less thing that's standing between you and graduation. Okay, so just to review, the 2 things, especially for seniors, are 1, resume, 2, financial aid survey. Those are the 2 things. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, send me an email, or stop by my office after school. Ms. Fogerson is also available on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'd be happy to talk you through it and make sure that you're feeling good about your high school and beyond plan. All right, good luck. We're excited for you.